Good evening, my fellow black African Americans. Is it evening? It's 12 o'clock. It's midday. Good midday. Good midday. I'd ask that you all share this to see what we get out of here. I ask that you share this. Share this for the God. When you gonna get on these houses with me? Man, I'm flipping, me and my boy George, we've been flipping a goddamn house for damn near almost 4 years. We about done with it, about to get our first tenant, brother. So as soon as I finish that, I get with you, brother. Man, your market is on fire. Just so one and damn. You already know it, brother. Family, I want to get into this message. We're going to start with just a jam. We're going to start with a jam of me. Just to get this message going. Then we're going to get the ball rolling. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Let's get a jam.
Yeah. Shake your body for me, girl. You don't know it's one V-Block.
This me and my guy V-Block.
It's a body party. Enough nice
I sound Jamaican.
I don't say. Shake your body for me. Shake your body, girl. Moving real fast. Don't you slow down. Sweetheart. Moving closer to me. I need to see you work it out. Go down.
Good save.
I need to feel your temperature rise. I want to stare you straight in your eyes. It's only a motherfucking body, girl. Ain't nobody else invited but your body, girl. And we're smoking, and we're drinking, and we're sweating.
I've been waiting to get into this, man. I got to go ahead and get on into this. Let's listen to this. Y'all want to listen to something real quick? Let's listen to something.
The streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street.
Did y'all hear that?
That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes.
The C-SPAN networks bring you long-form public affairs programming from the nation's capital and are a public service of your television provider. C-SPAN, created by cable.
The fourth challenge is to take back our streets from crime, gangs, and drugs. And we have actually been making progress on this count as a nation because of what local law enforcement officials are doing, because of what citizens and neighborhood patrols are doing. We're making some progress. Much of it is related to the initiative called community policing, because...
Let's get into the message. Black people, you are always going to get what you think. You are going to get what you think. Because you have to understand this. You think in pictures. You think in pictures. You think in pictures. If I say truck right now, your mind don't see the fucking word truck. Your mind sees the type of truck that you see. If I say red truck, you see a red truck. If I see blue truck, if I say Toyota, you see a Toyota. We think in pictures. Words are just the manifestations of pictures. There were trees, dogs, and cats before someone ever said tree, dog, and cat. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is this. We have to be accountable for us. We have to change our minds. You think, and then you act based on how you think. Think, act, do. What do you mean, Javon? You think about what you are, then you act that way to attract a desired result. Let's get into it, Javon. I'm a straight man. There is no way to act like a straight man. There is a way to act non-gay, though. You get it? So as a person that's a straight man, I don't have to walk around saying, let me act non-gay. Because I'm acting as a straight man and I attract straight manness. I attract straight brothers that want to build with me, and I attract straight women. In order for you to think you a girl, you must act like a girl, or we won't believe that you think you a girl. What do you mean, Javon? Again, in order for you to say you think like a girl, you must act like a girl, or we won't believe that you are a girl. We won't believe that you're feminine unless you're acting feminine. What do you mean, Javon? You take someone that's homosexual, whether it's a male homosexual or a female homosexual. The only way a male or female homosexual can attract what they want is if they act like what they want. You get that? You must act like what you want to get what you want. If you go out in public with a suit on, you will not attract women with their ass hanging out and their titties hanging out. If you go out into public with a beautiful dress on, you will not attract niggas with Gucci belts rolling up on you. Folks know what they can holler at, and folks know what they can't holler at. I want to go out as far as say we walk, talk, and act like what we want. Every time I go see my good brother Charles Coleman, even when we are just on a chill day, this motherfucker got on something, cufflinks, some man shit, that's just who he is. He wants to attract, he wants to present himself a certain way to the people. Even on his dress down day, Chuck might have on some Nikes, some fatigues, but he still got on the damn suit jacket. He wants to show people, I'm a cut above, this is how I walk, talk, how I act. I'm trying to attract a certain thing. As the black race, sometimes we got to think about what we throw out there, what we attract. Black people, we have this big thing in us that say we spiritual. Black people, we spiritual. We good. We have a soul. We have a high moral ground, but we don't act like that. Do we act like that? Long gone are the days that black people can act like we are these docile, spiritual, not fight back creatures. Because the way we treat each other is proof that we not spiritual. Everybody, oh, we so spiritual. No, I know who you are by what you do. Charles is a lawyer. You can ask Charles, yo, what are you? He first thing he gonna say is probably, I'm a lawyer. You ask me, what are you? I'm a teacher. You ask somebody, what are you? Ask Hambone, I'm a truck driver. You ask Lorenzo, what are you? I'm a trainer. We are so many things outside of the realm of what we do, but we describe ourselves by what we do. I don't say I'm a black man. I don't say I'm a father. I don't say I'm a husband. What are you? I'm a teacher. What are you? I'm a teacher. What are you? I'm a business owner. So why you want us to judge you based on something opposite of what you do? What do you do? As a race, compare ourselves to the world. Every race has an attire. And every religious group has a certain attire, The Jews got their suits and their hats. The Muslims got their bow tie. The Orthodox Muslims got their long shit. The Hebrew Israelites got their uniforms. The African man got his African garb and shit. The Muslim man cover his letter. We the only ones that don't have a uniform. When are we going to figure out the way we walk and talk is how people going to judge us? You can't say Black Lives Matter, then be the number one leaders of abortion and the number one leaders of single motherhood. If Black Lives Matters, let's send these children out here with some parents. Regardless of our situation and what we do, can we send our children out here with some fucking parents, with some structure, with some knowledge and some sense? You worried about what the world thinks about you, but you're really not. You can't be worried about the way the world think about you and the way we talk on social media. You ever notice the older generation, there were certain things they just didn't talk about? Mama, I can't make it in life. The white man said, you hush your mouth. You hush your mouth. Slavery ended a year ago. And the white man ain't gonna give us nothing. Imagine this. You hush your mouth. Slavery been over a year. The white man ain't gonna give us nothing. You're gonna have to put on your suit, your tie, and go outside and shake some hands and represent yourself and make something happen for yourself. It's been 300 years. Well, 250. Imagine someone saying back in the day, it's about what you think. We ain't gonna be able to do nothing as a black race. We oppressed. You hush your mouth. Slavery been over a year. We ain't oppressed like we used to be. And we still crying oppression, slavery. I'm going to say it again. Imagine this. Imagine this. Mama, it ain't no need this, that, and hush your mouth, boy. Slavery been over 1 whole year. White man ain't going to give you nothing. Our ancestors knew the white man didn't have nothing for them. Knew not only that the white man didn't have nothing for them, that he was mad that his slaves was gone. Our problem now, we have a democratic mindset. What you think is what you will be. As black people, we think the government owes us something, but we don't act like it. As black people, we think the government owes us something. Government, if you give us reparations, we will be law-abiding citizens. We will do everything we need to do, but we don't act like it. We don't act like it. You can't attract a gay male unless you act in a way that a gay male will notice you. Gay male in the room. You can't attract a gay female unless you act a certain way. Well, in the very same way, black race, we are acting like fucking crybaby, whiny ass savages. That's what we're acting like. Crybaby, whiny ass savages. Hush your mouth. Put your tie on. Shake that white man's hand. Don't let that cracker know how you feel. Now we walk around. It's certain things we shouldn't post on social media. We shouldn't post to the world that we want to vote without IDs. It's a lot of shit we shouldn't say to the world. Our ancestors didn't see themselves as lowly and oppressed. They saw opportunities. How the fuck can they see more opportunities back then than we see now? Huh? Do you remember Deion Sanders said one of the illest things ever you would never believe? He said, if you look good, you play good, you feel good, you play good. Do you understand black people don't want to look good? We will dress the part of one role, but be expected to be treated the part of another role. I got my titties out. I got my ass out. Treat me like a respectable woman. We will dress like a whore, and when somebody say, yo, shawty, we get mad. Megan Thee Stallion played Malcolm X. Who told you to hate your hair texture while she had on a weave? Megan Thee Stallion played Malcolm X's speech. Who told you to hate your hair while wearing a weave? Megan Thee Stallion complains about not being protected, and since she's been out, she has dated Moneybagg Yo and fucking Tory Lanez. Do you know why Megan Thee Stallion will not date a regular dude that's not a Thug Boy rapper? Cause she know don't nobody want her but that. That's what she is. She is what she is, so she dresses, walks, talks, and acts in a way to attract what she wants. No regular dude is going to want Megan Thee Stallion. You understand that? No regular man is going to want, a regular man will want to smash. No regular man is going to want her. Understand what I'm saying to you. We as black people will say the exact opposite of what we know is true. We know that Joe Biden and that 92 crime bill was actual and factual from white people's perspective. Let's go back and let's listen to this one more time real quick so we can understand. We know that what Joe Biden is said in 1992, we feel like as black people now. Joe Biden said this shit in 1992. We feel like this as black people now, and I don't understand what's our problem with our race. That's our problem with our race. We say the exact opposite of what we know is true. Joe Biden said that these people walking around here without fathers, with single mothers in the ghetto that haven't been taught how to integrate into the social fabric of society is going to knock his mom in the head, knock his brother in the head, knock his children in the head. Everything that Joe Biden said on the 92 crime bill is how you feel today. But the problem is this. We will never, ever, 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 ever fix anything until we admit that we are not this moral, spiritual creature that we act to be. Let's listen to it again, real quick. We want to see where this man said anything that is different than how you feel now. Listen.
Take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them.
I don't give a fuck why criminals are criminals. I don't. I don't care why criminals are criminals. I have to be more concerned about non-criminal black people. Now, this is in 1992, 2002, 20 years, 92 to 2002 to 2012, 30 years, 30 years. 30 years to this day, you see how many niggas got locked up. Niggas was fucking up before niggas got locked up. Let me move forward. If the black people were invited to a table for the meeting of the races, the black race, what does the black race have to offer our nation? I'm asking you questions. Maybe that Mexican man will say we can be labor. What does the black race have to offer America right now? I'm asking the timeline. Let me put my Cash App up here. I'm being calm today. I want to know, what does the black race have to offer America right now? Anybody that is on this timeline watching, tell me, what does the black race bring to the table? What does the black race bring to the table? We must understand, what does the black race bring to the table? My man said labor. We're not talking about slavery. We're talking about now. See, what we have to do is get out of our past glory and our past mind. Strength in numbers. Well, we know we're not unified as numbers. Entertainment, sports and entertainment. Now, I knew we were going to say this, so I must discuss how we're being looked upon. We have sports figures and entertainers, right? When white folks want to address our race, who they go get? Sports and entertainers. When white folks want to address black folks, who do they get to speak? Cardi B, what do you got to say? Jay-Z, Puff Daddy. People speak to us in how we act to the world. You understand? People speak to us. We walk around sporting and entertaining. We're actors. That's all we do is act. Listen, also, I want us to throw this myth out about the blacks being consumers. Blacks consume products that it would not hurt the world if they lost. Blacks consume shit. Listen, I've heard people say so many times, blacks can boycott Nike. Okay, let's boycott Nike. Nike shut down. How does that fix anything? The government doesn't care if Nike is a shoe brand. Champion fell off. Pony fell off. Jocks fell off. Our dollar is not big as bad as you think. Why you think companies will say, hey, I'm going to put a fucking noose on a monkey's neck and call it a Gucci shirt? Because they don't care about our dollars. They don't care about our dollars. Look at how we look. Democrats get rappers and entertainers. Democrats get rappers and entertainers. Listen, family. What I want you to understand is this. How you are seen globally and nationally is bigger than how you see yourself. You understand that? They just had a fucking stripper vote campaign. So, you talking about what blacks have to offer. The way they talk to you is indicative of how they feel about you. When you talk to a baby, you don't think a baby can understand. So you say, your tum-tum, meh, dan, dan, bing, 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 bing. When you talk to babies like that, it make them develop less fast. When you talk to babies regular, understand this. When babies are learning language, no different than a dog in your house is learning language. A dog is listening, and a dog is learning human language. The same way a baby is learning human language. So when you talk to a baby, that baby don't understand that because that baby has been listening that real human English language. People wonder why babies love me. I talk to babies and people be like, my baby don't pick. I said, man, your baby will come to me. Babies love me. And they say, how you know? Because I talk regular. I said, hi, little man. You're a handsome little fella. You want to come over here with me? Come on, let me pick you up and throw you up and down. The baby understands it because the baby understands regular English. The dog understands regular English. When you talk to a baby like, my little baby, the baby be like, what the fuck? That's why the baby laugh. The baby be like, what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? I'm trying to learn how to say bottle, motherfucker. I'm trying to learn how to say milk, motherfucker. I'm laying here as a baby. I'm listening at you when you don't know I'm listening at you. And I'm trying to learn how to say, mother, I'm hungry. And you're talking to me. The baby. That's how white people talk to black people. Hey, black people, I want to talk to y'all about some politics. Hey, go get Charlemagne. Charlemagne the God. We got to talk to you in hip-hop. 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 We got to talk to you hip-hop. We got to rap to you, black people. You got to go out and vote. You got to go out and vote. They got a stripper campaign. Ooh, vote the stripper. Ooh, you vote the stripper. Okay. Joe Biden wants to talk to Cardi B for us. How they talk to you. How they talk to you is indicative. How they address you. How they view you. Grandma said, don't air your dirty laundry. We should not be out here on social media fucking crying about the fucking government. We should not be doing this. We should not. They're laughing at us. People are saying, ha, 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 ha. They say Black Lives Matter, but they abort babies. They say Black Lives Matter, but their men leave their women. They say Black Lives Matter. They say Black Lives Matter, and they're killing each other. We don't even say Black Lives Matter. Y'all are so don't understand. White people will adopt a hashtag and turn it into a fucking group. See, they don't do that with white folks groups. You remember when white folks said, me too, me too, me too, I got raped too. White folks didn't go take Me Too and turn it into a fucking Me Too organization. White folks didn't go take Me Too and turn it into a fucking Me Too organization. Black folks said Black Lives Matter. White folks said we're going to turn this to a formal organization that has a website. It has a fucking board of trustees. It has a fucking president. How the fuck do you turn a fucking saying, an idea into a national organization raising money? They do shit in the name of niggerdom, and we don't do anything about it. What you mean Black Lives Matter? That's what you put in your motherfucking front yard when you gentrify a black neighborhood. Everywhere I go, that white folks done bought a house in the hood, they got a goddamn Black Lives Matter sign up. And it's almost like a safety pass. Don't fuck with me. Black Lives Matter now. I know I bought this house for goddamn 100 grand in your hood, and I done flipped that bitch and now it's worth 400 grand. But don't fuck with me. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Do y'all understand that white folks not scared of black folks? That's the things we need to just get out of our head. Change our mind. Our biggest problem is we can't change our mind. We can't change our thinking. We can't change the idea that it's better in America. We can't change the idea that although integration is here, integration is better than segregation. Integration gives you access to things you couldn't have access during segregation. Y'all don't understand. Somebody said back in the day, hush your mouth, boy. Slavery ended 5 years ago. Now you can't keep using that as an excuse. White folks don't love you. White folks ain't gonna give you shit. You better go out here and make something happen for your goddamn self. And here we are 250 years later talking about slavery. We got motherfuckers writing books about slavery. I read this book by Dr. Joy LaRue called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, where this lady just basically says, slavery is still in our brain. It's all the fucking George. What about all the fucking good dominant slaves, ex-slaves? Black people will say slavery is still in our DNA, but overlook all the shit we done. How is shit so bad? When we as black people sit here and say how bad the world is now, you basically saying from slavery until now, we ain't done a goddamn thing. No, bruh, I can't let you say that. I can't let you say that. Why do black people wonder how white people be this evil to us when we can be this evil to our own people? You sitting back wondering how white people, how did the police kick Breonna Taylor door in and shoot her in the middle of the night? The same way motherfucking Junebug rode by the fucking hood and shot up a little house and killed a little girl. It's the same fucking thing. But black folks want us to think we spiritual. When it comes to the white man, we make up excuses why we can't kick no ass. Oh, we ain't like them. What you mean we ain't like them? What the fuck you mean we ain't like them? Where they doing white drive-bys at? Fuck you mean we ain't like them? How does this police kill fucking George Floyd in the middle of the day? The same way we doing this shit to our own people. At least these motherfuckers smart enough to kill the opposite race. Man, they didn't look at themselves like we do. When you see yourself as a victim, you will behave like a victim. That's what a victim does. A victim sits back and points at everything and never expresses what they can do. The fucking former slaves and people doing Reconstruction, they was like, wow, we off the plantation. Woo! God came, we won, we got the victory. Now let's go out and start Black American life. We still here after slavery, after Reconstruction, after the Jim Crow, after Civil Rights Movement, still talking about a fucking crime bill. Hey, what's worse, the crime bill or the goddamn slave trade? You know, when they was coming to gather motherfuckers to make them slaves, you didn't really have no choice. You was born in this shit. If you a victim of the crime bill, that's your motherfucking mom and daddy fault. I had a guy tell me, he said, man, I'm a victim of the crime bill because of where I grew up at. No, that's your motherfucking mama fault. How is the fucking 92 crime bill worse than the fucking transatlantic slave trade? They had vagrancy laws back in the day. If you a nigga just standing around, we'll lock your black ass up. Now, you have to have done something to get locked up. How the fuck is the 92 crime bill worse than fucking slavery? Black people, you can't trick humanity. You understand that? We can't trick humanity. We trying our motherfucking best to trick humanity. We trying our motherfucking best to trick the world into thinking We are this docile, spiritual, loving creature. You must act. Grammar plus rhetoric is logic. I must continue. Listen, why you think in Islam you have to do things? They say if this motherfucker can dress this way, pray 5 times a day, you can send me an offering, Layla. My Cash App is up there. Or you can inbox me if you want to send me some other shit. This is how we know. How do we know you're a Muslim? Because I dress this way. I conduct myself this way in public. And I do these things. I do these things. How do we know that you as a race want Black Lives to matter? Why is it that the first thing every human being is taught to pull your goddamn pants up? Why is it the black race, from children to men, can't seem to get this down? You cannot fucking trick the world into thinking that you deserve, desire, or want anything, and our males can't pull their fucking pants up. I don't understand. I don't understand how we don't think grammar plus rhetoric. Rhetoric is how you act. How are you standing here acting as if you want equality and everybody in the goddamn march got their goddamn britches down below their ass? How can you try to make us think that you want to be protected and you go outside showing more ass and titties than prostitutes? How? I don't care who pants hanging down started with. You understand? Huh? How do you make me think you care when we stand around the same motherfucking spots all day? The police roll up, arrest us, accost us, and we say, y'all was out here fucking with us last week. You mean to tell me the cops have a spot that they know they can come arrest niggas at? Why don't we admit that our number one problem in the black community is parenting? Name a bigger issue that black people have than parenting. Somebody please try. What's a bigger issue that we have than parenting? What's bigger than us? Parenting. Those kids Joe Biden was talking about.
Take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth.
Don't matter. When a motherfucker fucking with your child, the first thing y'all tell y'all child is, Somebody hit you, you bust them in the motherfucking head. You don't say, now son, depending on who hit you, you gotta assess what kind of neighborhood they from. Because they might not have a mother. They might not have a father. They may come from somewhere that they haven't been taught to share the blocks in school. It don't matter. You tell these motherfuckers, son, somebody put their hands on you, you bust them in the goddamn head. Not only we as parents will go down to the school to fight the child that hit our kid. It don't fucking matter where they from. It don't fucking matter. Do you think white folks supposed to care about black folks? Hey man, let me tell you something. This is where it's gonna seem fucked up at. I don't care about them little Mexican kids in them camps. Obama been putting the Mexican kids in camps. I don't give a fuck what they do with Mexicans caught sneaking into America. You understand that? Do you understand that? You can't sneak your black ass into Mexico. They'll blow your goddamn head off you try to sneak into Mexico. I don't give a fuck what they do to no Mexican kids, Mexican boys, girls, women, children, none of that. That's our problem as black folks. We keep acting like we care. Black folks, where can you escape to? Can you please tell me this? Black folks, when they fuck with us, you can't leave America without a passport. You got to go ask the white man. White man, you've been fucking me over for years. I want to leave America. I need a passport. I want to leave America. You ain't got no place to motherfucking go. What you mean? My question is, why are you even wasting money detaining them? Drop their ass back off at the border. Fuck are you talking about? Drop their ass off at the border. What the fuck are you doing this for? Where you pick them up at? At the border. Okay. Well, that's where you drop them off at. We as black people can't trick humanity. You can't make nobody think you love the whole world. You are what you present to the world. You are what you present to the world. You understand and must understand. We will share a man being choked to death and say we're terrified of the police. The shit I'm terrified of, I don't look at. When I was a little kid, I didn't watch scary movies because I used to piss in the bed. I didn't like the dark when I was a kid. You know why I didn't like the dark? Because I was a bad motherfucking kid. And I'll piss in the bed from time to time. I ain't gonna lie. I'll fuck around and watch a scary movie with my brothers. Oh, I'm gonna piss in the bed. I'm gonna piss in the bed. I ain't gonna lie. I was just scared of the dark because I always had some bad shit on my mind. So when you terrified of something, I don't look at it. I don't look at no deaths. I don't share no deaths, man. That'll make me think, that shit'll be stuck in my head. I'll be thinking about dying. Fucking George Floyd death, #1 shared murder on Facebook. Our #1 share is a fucking murder of one of us. Get your goddamn ass out of here.
It doesn't matter whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street.
That's how I feel today.
That's #1. There's a consensus on that.
Umar Johnson said it. Umar said you got to kill them.
A cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because...
See, what we have to understand was when he was making the crime bill, that was us. We was them motherfuckers he talking about. Now that you grown and you got your own kids, you understand old Tricky Joe, don't you? Now that you grown and got them little gals to protect PA, you understand Tricky Joe, don't you? Mm-hmm. Now that you grown, Rashawn, and you got some kids. See, when we was young, in 92, in 92, I was listening to Shook Ones. There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You can run, but you cannot hide, because these are the streets that we done took. You're scared to death and you're scared to look. I was listening to goddamn Fat Joe, Shook Ones, Nas, Country Boy in the tobacco field, wanting to steal and rob some shit. Listening to that fucking bullshit that we call classic music today. Temperature rising. Yes, sir. 92, 95, I don't fucking remember, man. 92, what was we listening to? Fucking NWA? Who the fuck was we listening to? We listening at this shit. 93, 94, 95, we is the motherfuckers parentless kids Joe was talking about. And guess what? A lot of our black asses went to jail. Who on here went to jail? Talk to me. Who on here went to jail for that drug shit? Who on here was fucking with that drug shit? Talk to me. Who on here got a baby daddy that went to jail for that drug shit? Talk to me. We ain't got but 148 people. I can say this off top. I ain't got no kids and I ain't go to jail behind that shit. But he talking about us. So let's talk. Let's talk. Who on this motherfucker went to jail or who got a baby daddy by a man that went to jail? See, when it's you, it don't matter. See, 20 years ago, I was talking about gentrification, man. You don't need to be gentrifying no neighborhoods. And then, me and my boy George got some property. And now I'm like, that gentrification shit don't seem bad. Me. Look at all these memes. Either we was the ones going to jail or got babies by niggas that went to jail. Now, tell me Joe Biden didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And right now, y'all know it's some little boys in y'all neighborhood and little girls that's gonna be whores and the niggas is gonna go to jail. And y'all sitting back saying, man, if that little motherfucker put his hand on my child, I'll bust his goddamn head open. Ain't you? Say hell fucking yeah, if you know what I mean. I need to distinguish the yeses. Say hell fucking yeah. Sitting back wishing a little ghetto motherfucker would touch your kid. Matter of fact, you trying to homeschool your kid. You trying to private school your kid. You sitting back in your mind wasting a motherfucker sorry ass little single boy. Look, I wish a little kid with a single mama do touch my kid. I'ma fuck their ass up. Sitting back knowing good and goddamn well you will bust somebody upside their goddamn head, that little project boy fuck with your kid. No, you good and goddamn well that's his ass. Push my child down. Push my goddamn child down. I'll bust your goddamn ass right here at this goddamn kindergarten graduation. You push my goddamn child down. So, but we don't understand. We don't understand it's the same thing. In the very same way, black folks, we don't understand generations. We was the motherfucker listening to Tupac. When they were saying these kids listen to these Tupac, that was us. Look at how many tattoos we got. We sold coke and wonder why the kids do Molly and lean. Because their mama was smoking coke. They used to drugs. Drugs is we glorify the drug dealer. When is we gonna say, hey, look, man, you ain't cool no more, man. We don't give a fuck if you went to prison. We don't give a fuck if you can make a goddamn burrito from some oodles and noodles. We don't give a fuck if you can take a cake and make a goddamn Christmas tree with it. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. We don't give a fuck about anything that's low life. We don't give a fuck about nobody. You out here fucking with these rappers talking about, yo, I'm a stallion. You go with 2 rappers. Get you a regular boyfriend. Some of us know that we cannot, in no way, form of possible, make anything happen for ourselves. Some of us know. I'm pretty sure when Mexicans first came to America, they said, yo, these motherfuckers only let us cut grass and shit. Then they kept cutting grass. Then they started doing construction work. Mexicans came up. They not whining and complaining. They voting for Trump. They like, shit, Mexicans don't want illegal Mexicans here. I'm trying to figure the fuck out, when is the black race gonna say, you know what? The fucking white man don't give a fuck about us. What we gonna do? The white man only care about the black man is the Democratic Party during election time. Republicans don't need Democrats to win. Republicans don't need blacks to win. Republicans need blacks not to vote. And I'm not voting. And I pray that you don't vote either. I pray that Donald Trump win again. I want to see how sad black folks get if Biden lose. When it's sad when black folks are praying for the great white savior. Black folks are praying that Joe Biden win because we are so afraid of Trump. Do you understand that the president don't matter in your life? We too poor, man. The president don't matter. We too poor, man. Understand that. The only power you gonna see as a black person is the fucking police. He's the last line of power you talk to. Once the police get you and you take your right to remain silent, you're going to get a lawyer when you go to court. You ain't talking to no judge. You ain't talking to no district attorney. You ain't talking to no mayor. You ain't talking to no fucking senator. Understand the first and only level of power that you deal with is the police. We got to change the way we view the police and become the fucking police. That's what we need to do. We need to become the police. We sitting back and we like, Lord have mercy. We don't understand that since Trump been in office, black folks is buying guns, starting militias. Black folks is trading Forex. Black folks studying politics. Black folks buying stock. I'm seeing niggas give stock tips, Forex tips, niggas giving gun classes. Man, black folks is more involved into the American society. Black folks scamming for loans. Black folks is doing, man, black folks know what's going on. Black folks is wide the fuck awake. Trump being in office, bought them rednecks out, and you said, man, them motherfucking rednecks is back at it again. Now them rednecks never stopped. You just was asleep. Them rednecks never stopped. Them rednecks never stopped. See, what happens is this. Somebody asked to be in the broadcast. Let's see who we got.
It's not just that.
I'm going to bring in Chopper Todd. Chopper Todd, I'm going to let you know. I'm already a little disappointed in your name, Chopper Todd. I'm just fucking with you. But I'm going to bring in my guy, Chopper Todd. He said he wants to be in. I just approved Chopper Todd. They won't let him in. You got to have a camera over your head to be in it. I'm trying to tell black people, more than anything, we have to understand, we have to change our minds on some things. We just have to change our minds on some things. Sophia Moore, she said she'd love to have a conversation. Most definitely, sister. Sister, just inbox me. We just got to change our minds on some things. First thing we got to do is stop calling ourselves oppressed victims. That's the first fucking thing we got to do. The first thing you got to do is stop feeling oppressed. You got to stop feeling victimized. You got to stop feeling like life can't go on. You got to stop feeling like you had it worse than your ancestors. That's the first thing you got to do. The first thing black people got to do is say, hey, man started a grocery store after slavery. I think we can do it now. It's the zoning laws. Motherfucker, they zoning laws back then was we'll burn your shit down or we'll kill you, nigga. The zoning, they gerrymandering, they redlining, they opportunity zone. We look at shit and figure out ways to not overcome. Because one thing, our biggest problem in the black race is our inability to say, hey, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. When 92 and 96, 97, 98, I thought Joe Biden was a son of a bitch. Now at 42, I'm like, yeah, good idea on the crime bill, man. Wish you could have arrested a lot more motherfuckers. I wish you would have sterilized a lot more black women than we did. Yeah, man, I wish we would have sterilized. Them motherfuckers should have went on a sterilizing spree for us. Cause if we leading in single pregnancy and abortion, that means we just like to be cummed in and like to come in peoples. We like to come in people. Hey man, I'm a come in her. And the girl said, girl, I'm gonna let him come in me. And girl, after he come in me, I'm gonna have the baby if I like him. If I don't, I'm gonna abort it. That has nothing to do with the crime bill. That is the reason the crime bill is here. Do you understand the reason? Listen at the guy, man.
3 more minutes. Take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it doesn't become the predators 15 years from now.
This motherfucker admitted that
we have predators
we created
on our
them.
streets. That society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
Now watch this. This is the thing. What we have to do is to be accountable for ourselves. In every era, there's a baby boom. After World War II, men came home from war, fucked their wives, and there was a baby boom. Another baby boom was in our black community was during the crack era. Because for the first time, black men had money in their pockets. And any woman gonna want to have a baby by a man she think got some money. Let's just call it what the fuck it is. Thoughts had babies by dope boys. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just be real. Hey look, can we call it what it is? And if you had a baby by a drug dealer, Please don't be mad. But let's call it what it is. Okay, well let's call it something different. Can we all agree that the problem was young black women had babies by dope boys because black men had more money in their pocket than ever in history? Can we call it that? Can we just simplify this shit? Young black women had babies by all these men because everybody had money in their fucking pocket. But the flip side of every nigga having money in his pocket was a community filled with crime, violence, and fucking crackheads and dope fiends. Do y'all understand that? Can we call it that? Can we call it that? Can we call it that? Because understand this, brother. Listen. Please, let's get to the bottom of it. Were there no babies, man? Were there no babies? Understand. If we would have just sold dope and didn't have babies, the niggas that just sold dope would be locked up. And there wouldn't have been no mothers left with children unfathered. Do you understand that? Or is y'all that fucking stupid? I just want to know. Is we that fucking stupid? Do you understand we could have just sold dope and just didn't have babies? Do y'all understand that? We could have just sold dope and didn't have fucking babies, man. Do y'all understand that? Joe Biden said the crime bill was for the motherfucking predators that would be produced as fatherless parents. 92. 2002. 2007. He said 15 years, man. Y'all understand that that's just basically what happened? These girls said, fuck it, I'll have a baby. This nigga got money. Niggas said, fuck it, I ain't never been able to get no young pussy before. Teenage pregnancy went out the roof. The same niggas that fuck the young girls is the niggas that sold dope. Because if you don't care about going to prison for selling dope, you don't care about fucking a young gal. Ain't nobody on here that if you sold dope, you fuck young gals. We know that. We know that dope dealers fuck young gals. Regular people don't fuck young gals. Only dope boys fuck young gals. We know this. We know this. We know the dope boys fuck the young gals. Hey, ladies, who fucked the young girls in y'all community? Let's answer this. Hey, ladies, who fucked the young girls in y'all community? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ladies, who fucked the young girls? Let me put a little sage in there to get that dope boy spirit out of here. We know who was fucking them young girls. Who fucked them young girls, y'all? Who fucked them young girls? Who fucked them young girls? Who fucked them young girls? Tell the truth. Who fucked them young gals? Them young gals was fucking with them dope boys. Them dope boys had cars. Them dope boys could get them hotel rooms. I don't care about rich white racist Frankie Carthy or however you say your name. Never talk about white people on my timeline. I don't give a fuck about white people. Them athletes and them jocks, no we didn't. Look, Chris, I've been trying to bring you in. It won't let me bring you in. It won't let me bring in nobody for some reason. Them dope boys like to fuck that young pussy. You know why them dope boys fuck that young pussy? Because the women their age was like, ew, that's crime. Think about it. Them motherfuckers had dropped out of school and everything. The girls their age didn't want to fuck with them. The girls their age didn't want to fuck with them. Ain't no, listen, man, look. Regular beautiful women that's, the only people that understand, listen, do y'all understand only a hood rat or fuck with a dope boy? Y'all got that? Y'all following me? A regular girl might fuck with a dope boy with some money, but she won't have a baby by him. Only hood rats have babies by dope boys. Let's just get this in. Can we get that out there? Only a regular girl, and ain't no regular man gonna have no baby by no hood rat. We go fuck them project girls, strap up and come on home. Hope we don't bring no roaches home in our bag. Same way, people with suits date people with suits. People with Timbs date girls with their ass out. Ain't nobody having no baby by no drug dealer but a fucking hood rat. Come on, man. That's a come up for her. To any other girl, she's ashamed she dealt with the drug dealer. Any other girl fucking with a drug dealer, she ain't gonna bring him around her people. Only hood rats have babies by drug dealers. So that's the problem. That's the problem. Don't put that shit on Joe Biden. Hood rats, a hood rat gal who was a hood rat, who ain't had no fucking sense, had babies by a dope boy. She was so fucking stupid, she thought he was gonna have money forever. She didn't realize he was gonna get his fucking brains blowed out or end up in prison. Now, how the fuck this foolish ass hood rat that done chose a dope boy to be her baby daddy gonna raise a goddamn child? She can't. She can only raise a gay boy or a hyper-aggressive lesbian girl or a thug. It ain't nothing right. She can't raise nothing regular. It's impossible. She was a fucking fool when she let the dope boy skeet in her. How the fuck is she gonna raise anything but a gay boy, a stud, or a goddamn hyper-aggressive criminal? What you think? She finna raise a motherfucking a hood rat with a hood mentality that let a dope boy bigger up and skeet in? What you think? She finna raise a fucking class president? You think she finna raise the fucking safety patrol? Huh? She ain't finna raise the motherfucker to take names in safety patrol. She gonna raise a mother terrorizing the school. What the fuck you think she will? Where do we get this fucking stupid from? Where do our brain work? Can somebody help our brain work? Can somebody help our brain work? Her child, when he got to school, he didn't know his fucking ABCs. He didn't know his fucking colors. He know how to rap everything. My mama don't care. My mama ain't coming over to this school. We sitting back, we can't even make our kids sit in front of the fucking computer and learn. Low life shit. And y'all ain't the ones. Stop capping for these motherfucking hood rats, fucking these dope boys, making these goddamn whores and criminals. Let's call it what it is. Hood rat bitch fucks a dope boy nigga and raises a fucking stud, a faggot, or a fucking criminal. Let's call it what it is. That's all coming out of there. Studs, fags, and criminals. Am I lying? Say hell fucking yeah. Studs, fags, and gangbangs. So Facebook ain't got no goddamn algorithm cutting off studs and fags and gangbangers. That's you motherfucking niggas reporting me. Studs, fags, and criminals. And then black people are saying any fucking thing. Man, The government made the man leave. We say any fucking thing. The reason it's like that because when the projects came, the government made the man leave. Man, you go to any fucking projects and all you see is goddamn men over there. Talking about. No, the government ain't made no man leave. The government made the good. Ain't no good man gonna lay up in no fucking projects with no fucking woman for no fucking free rent. But old sorry ass drug dealer will sell his drugs over there. It's plenty of motherfucking men in the fucking projects. Why you think all that fucking crime? These low-life women want these sorry ass niggas over there. You capping for them. Low-life ass women want these women begging, come on over here, Faison, please. You can sell dope over to my house, please. Come on over here. If the fucking projects is for women and children, it should be the safest goddamn place on earth. Low-life women fucking with these dope boys. And then they have them led up over there and they terrorizing the goddamn community. Terrorizing every goddamn well. Every time I turn around, you see the same shit on TV. Same goddamn project, same goddamn community, same goddamn block, same goddamn street, same goddamn thing happening. They done shot up somebody for no reason, killed some young girl, done some fucked up shit, robbed some innocent person, same old goddamn studs doing the shit, faggot studs and goddamn gangbangers. And then the mama on TV talking about, I ain't know he was in no gang, can I get a GoFundMe? Man, get the fuck out of here. Same old motherfucking bullshit, man. We got to cut our motherfucking bullshit out. We got to cut that goddamn bullshit out. We got to change our fucking mind. We got to stop calling that the goddamn war on drugs. That ain't no goddamn war on drugs. That's niggas skeeting, dope boys skeeting and hood rats. Making babies. Problem children. Call our problem what it is. It's a bad problem, parenting issue. Yeah, man, Joe Biden, man. No. Niggas skating in dirty soil. Call our problem what it is. Call our problem what the fuck it is. Call it what it is. Call our problem what the fuck it is. We had a lot of dope boys fucking young girls, getting them pregnant. Now the kids then turned into faggots, dykes, studs, and criminals. That's the fucking problem. Now let's call it what the fuck it is. And I'm done for today.